Welcome to our channel. Today, we dive into some of the most chilling and perplexing mysteries of the century. 6 haunting cases where the identities of the perpetrators remain shrouded in mystery. Despite countless investigations, these crimes have left detectives baffled and the public searching for answers. Join us as we unravel the details behind these unsolved cases, where justice remains elusive and the truth is still hidden in the shadows. There are countless mysterious cases in the world that have not been solved to this day, as the perpetrator remains a mystery. Time magazine recently listed the 6 most mysterious and famous cases in the past 150 years. One of the only things that these cases have in common is that for many years, the investigating agency could not find the perpetrator. Case 1. Serial killer, Jack the Ripper. Once known as the most notorious serial killer in the East End, London, England, in 1888, Jack the Ripper murdered at least 5 prostitutes. The obsession grew as the number of corpses increased for 3 consecutive months. The investigating agencies initially determined that the perpetrator could be a doctor or a butcher because of the many slashes and cuts on the victims' bodies. Most of the victims were dismembered before being thrown out on the street. The FBI has concluded that the common point in these cases is that the victims were all prostitutes and heavy drinkers. The victims were all approached and murdered in the early morning. Despite mobilizing all forces to investigate the case, the police have not found the perpetrator. Even historians and criminologists, both amateur and professional, have joined in but have not found the identity of the perpetrator. The second case, the Black Dahlia and the naked corpse. The victim in this case was a young actress, Elizabeth Short, 22 years old, who was found naked and partially dismembered on the sidewalk. The actress was nicknamed the Black Dahlia because she appeared many times with jet black hair and a dahlia flower on her head. The police report showed that the victim's body was dismembered and a bloody cement bag and shoes were found nearby on the ground. The most notable thing was the words BD Avenger, Black Dahlia Avenger, written in lipstick on the victim's body. Although the FBI used all its expertise and brought up many suspicious points from the perspective of crime experts, the culprit of this case is still an unanswered question. The third case, the Zodiac killer. Zodiac is known as one of the most mysterious serial killers of all time. Zodiac's brutal and savage killing methods are second only to Jack the Ripper of London in 1988. In 1968 and 1969, this killer murdered 5 people in San Francisco, USA. He also sent a letter to the police confessing that there were still more than 20 other victims who had not been found out there. The first case to mention was in December 1968, when 2 young men were found dead in a parking lot from gunshots. 7 months later, 2 other people were also attacked with guns in the parking lot. Luckily, one of them survived. The police then quickly received a letter full of codes describing the process and the true identity of the killer. I like killing people because it's really fun. And it's more fun than playing a game of hunting in the forest because humans are the most dangerous animals, he confessed in code. However, no expert has been able to decipher all of Zodiac's letters to date. Cases 4 and 5 deaths of 2 music idols. In the 90s, the world was shocked by the news that Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G., 2 famous rappers, were shot dead within half a year of each other. This incident took place at a time when record labels were competing with each other and both were the top artists of 2 major companies. Shakur was murdered while driving in Las Vegas on September 13, 1996. At that time, he was a star of Death Row, a competitor of Bad Boy. 6 months later, Christopher Wallace of Bad Boy, known by his stage name Notorious B.I.G., was also murdered in a similar manner. The 2 had previously been close friends and signed to Bad Boy, but they became distant when Tupac was accused of rape and imprisoned while B.I.G. continued his work. It seems that the witnesses refused to cooperate, causing the case to reach a dead end. There are even rumors that the 2 are still alive and that they staged the murder. John Bennett Ramsey, the angelic smile, was found dead in her family's basement. Even after the police conducted an autopsy, it was determined that she had been beaten and strangled with scissors. Although her family members were all suspects, no one was charged or implicated in her death. 20 years later, the police still have not found the real culprit. So we've just uncovered the 6 most mysterious unsolved cases of the century, where the identities of the perpetrators remain unknown. These stories not only spark our curiosity, but also remind us of the complexity and unpredictability of the world around us. If you enjoyed this content and want to continue exploring more mysteries, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.